Valve may have revolutionized mobile PC gaming with the Steam Deck, but more and more handheld gaming PCs keep coming to market, giving it some stiff competition. Many handheld gaming PCs are packing the performance prowess to cruise through AAA games like Cyberpunk 2077.
Drive, Jackie!
While we're in the midst of a handheld gaming PC revolution, we've gotten our hands on a good chunk of these highly capable devices. Here are the current 4 we deem worthy of consideration right now. When Microsoft announced the Xbox Ally X back in June 2025, we didn't really know what to make of it. Microsoft was teaming up with ASUS to make an Xbox version of the already excellent ROG Ally X. Well, the secret's out. The driving factor for this team up was to create something that'd serve as a pilot run for a new version of Windows 11 that'd be a bit more controller friendly. Now that the ASUS ROG Xbox Ally X is here, we can confidently declare the partnership has been successful. Mostly. The Xbox full screen experience at the core of the Xbox Ally X still needs a little polish, but it still manages to change how you interact with a handheld gaming PC for the better. Most people that primarily use Xbox Game Pass and Steam will hardly ever have to poke around the desktop beyond initiating Windows updates or installing apps like Discord. So rather than boot directly into the usual Windows desktop, the system boots into a full screen version of the Xbox app. From there, you can download and install select third-party stores like Steam, GOG, and the Epic Game Store, along with launching the games you install from these services. You still have to deal with these apps to actually download and install the games. The launchers open within the full screen experience, so you won't have to go to the desktop, but that means you're wholly dependent on the controller, and the friendliness of that interface kind of varies wildly from app to app. Steam, it's a snap to use with a controller. Epic Game Store, it's gonna require you to navigate with a touchscreen, and no one wants that. As for performance, the ROG Ally Xbox X was able to hit up to 44 FPS in Cyberpunk 2077 at high settings, and even on its battery, it managed 30 to 35 FPS in Cyberpunk, with the exception of demanding areas like Dogtown. As long as you could swallow the admittedly high price of $999, which, by the way, the way things are going is going to seem like a bargain in 6 months, the Xbox Ally X is easily the best handheld PC out there. When the Lenovo Legion Go S first came out back in February 2025, it was a hot mess. The configuration was bogged down by the weak Z2 Go processor, which didn't play nice with Windows. And running Windows 11 with 32 gigabytes of memory, man, this weaker handheld was just as expensive, if not more so, than the original Legion Go. But I'm happy to say Lenovo has righted the ship by launching the Go S with the Z1 Extreme and Steam OS built in. But this system is still expensive. The Steam OS powered handheld beat out the Ally X in synthetic benchmarks by as much as 9%. The elephant in the room here is, of course, the Steam Deck. And even with its recent price increases, it's still cheaper than the Go S. But not only do you get a higher resolution display with this Legion Go S, you also get as much as double the performance. Jackie got a solid 60 FPS playing Baldur's Gate 3, and that's something you just can't do on the old Steam Deck. A great handheld gaming system is about more than just raw performance though. It also needs to be comfortable to use, and despite the system being one of the largest we've used, it's extremely comfortable. The Lenovo Legion Go S has rounded edges that give you something to hold on to, and the Go S also has one of the most beautiful LCD displays out there and proves that OLED isn't the only way to get a great picture in 2026. Back when Intel launched its Panther Lake laptop chips at CES 2026, the writing was on the wall as far as making their way into handhelds. The MSI Claw 8 EX AI Plus isn't perfect, and if you have small hands, it might be a problem. This is an absolute behemoth of a handheld gaming PC, but that physical size is matched by its power. You can turn some settings up in games like Crimson Desert and Cyberpunk while still getting decent frame rates. This is one of the first handhelds we tested with the new Intel Arc G3 Extreme chip, and friend, it blows the AMD Ryzen Z2 Extreme out of the water. Better still, the Claw 8 EX AI Plus is the same price as the Lenovo Legion Go 2 right now, but it is up to 55% faster, and this is just 8 months after Lenovo's handheld hit the market. This is a gorgeous LCD panel that gets super bright with excellent color accuracy. However, at a whopping $1,799. Oh, that's hard to swallow. I still want an OLED panel if I'm going to be paying that much. Is that too much to ask? For years, the Steam Machine was the budget pick for handheld PC gaming, but those days are over. Ever since Valve raised the price on its handhelds, the base white ASUS ROG Xbox Ally is now the budget champ with comparable performance to Valve's handheld, but at a lower price point. The downside being it still comes with Windows, which does hold it back a bit, but you can always toss Bazzite or SteamOS on there instead. It is no secret that gaming hardware has been skyrocketing in price this year due to the ongoing RAM crisis, but somehow ASUS has managed to avoid raising the price on the base ROG Xbox Ally so far. It's still a $599 handheld, which seemed steep when it first came out, but after the Steam Deck went up in price earlier this year, it seems like a bargain now. But like with any budget option, there's going to be some compromises. In testing, the Xbox Ally was drastically slower than handhelds with the Z2 Extreme processor. In Cyberpunk 2077, for example, with the high preset at the native 1080p resolution and FSR set to quality, the Xbox Ally only eked out a meager 22 FPS compared to 44 FPS from the Xbox Ally X at the same settings. That seems bad, but keep in mind it is nearly half the price. Current generation handheld gaming PCs seem to be stuck around 2.5 hours of battery life, and the Xbox Ally is no different. Playing Cyberpunk 2077 at its default power profile of 15 watts will give you about 2.5 hours of gameplay before it shuts down. It would have been nice if ASUS could have used the same 80 watt-hour battery it stuck in the Xbox Ally X, if only to stretch the battery a bit more, but hey, that probably would have raised the price a little bit. Another tick in the Ally's favor is it's probably the most comfortable gaming handheld to actually hold and play. And because of the less powerful hardware, the white Xbox Ally actually gets an edge because it's a bit lighter, which means less wrist strain over long gaming sessions. The Xbox Ally gets even better when you install SteamOS or Bazzite. I'm detecting a bit of a theme here, but since this version of the Xbox Ally only comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM, Windows doesn't always play nicely on it. In fact, during her testing, there were several times when the Xbox full screen experience just straight up froze on Jackie. Is it even possible to Control Alt Delete on a gaming handheld? I'm genuinely curious. I don't know if you can do that. Basically, if you have the technical chops, I would recommend installing Bazzite or SteamOS just to get past Microsoft's glitchy OS. There you have it. While the world of handheld gaming PCs continues to grow in both possibilities and in price, these are our picks for the best of the best. If you have a chunk of money laying around and you want to take your PC gaming on the go, definitely consider picking up one of these recommended machines. And while you're at it, check out our video on how you can build your very own DIY Steam machine. For everything else, keep it right here on IGN.